What's up guys, welcome to another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Final Fantasy IX banner coming out to the global side. And there are no changes, so there's no reason to wait on that. I'm not going to be waiting, no reason to. And a bit of a contention on the global side because of we know now. We didn't know on the JP side what's happening next, but we know what's happening on the global side next. So this one might be a little hard for you guys if you guys looking forward to knowing about these units. But of course, as always, I'm going to be objective and down the middle and tell you what I think about them and all that kind of good stuff at the end. But of course, in the middle, in the beginning, I would tell you everything you need to know. So if you like these reviews, please give a like. If you're new to the channel, please give a subscribe. And also hit that notification bell so you can see more reviews like this one. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, I do reviews for units all the time. And I do a lot different than other people because I don't just look at wiki pages, I make my own templates here, as you guys will see right now as we get into it. I've made my own template here. No wiki pages. I've not done wiki pages in a long time. I'm not taking shots at anybody. If that's what they want to do, that's what they want to do, but this is what I do. So Garland first, not Garland from Final Fantasy 1, Garland from Final Fantasy 9. And his STMR is basically Awakened Rain's STMR, except it's magic based. That's about it. Really good though. It's really good STMR, but not really worth chasing for. It's really good if you get it eventually. It's one of those STMRs. Hey, I have a bunch of 5-star EX tickets. I got some Garlands. Cool. Now I can get his STMR. Really good. Anyways, full status immunity and his passives. No TMR needed or anything like that. He just gets it at, I think, at the max level. Which is insane, by the way. No, I don't think many other units have full status immunity, other than I think Folka, and I think also Randy. I think Randy's also one of the other ones that has it. There's not very many units that have full status immunity. Usually they have like sleep and confuse, resist, and stuff like that. But not for this guy. He has full status immunity, and he has 6x cap, which is really nice. You want to build him as true dual wield. Even though it's kind of gatekeeping by STMRs and things, hopefully you guys have some of those. So 100% true dual wields, you'll need a little bit more than other units do, but it's still good. And unlike Selfie, he actually has dual wield passive. Oh, and also unlike Pinello, he has dual wield passively, so you can dual wield with him, take advantage of his true dual wield without having to use another equipment to dual wield him with. He has quad cast to start. And also when he's revived, of course. He's an extremely simple fire and dark mage with CWA chaining, which I assume it's going to be that anyways. 130% fire and dark imperils, which is very nice. And he also has a lot of elemental resistance passives. So it's very easy to gear for elemental trials and stuff like that. He has all single target moves, I think, except for maybe like 1 or 2. But his main chaining moves are all single target, which is really good for Dark Visions. I've used them in Dark Visions. I'm still using them in Dark Visions. Cloud casting mages are not that common, so he'll always be useful. He has a very simple rotation. You use the big move at the end, and hits really hard at the end. And his little burst is not really worth using. I would not use it. He has decent imperils already in his kit, and it's not like he's low on his cooldowns are pretty low, so you're not going to worry about his little burst at all. And as always with these reviews, there have to be cons eventually, because if everybody was perfect, then what would be the point, right? So first of all, even though he's built for a trial setting, he has full status immunity, he has elemental resistance and stuff. His modifiers are not that good. They're good, but they're not great. Obviously, Kuja would be much better in terms of damage dealer than Garland. He's more of like a slow and steady wins the race. More like, because he's gonna be more safe. He has more slots for other things like that. And he's way more suited for Dark Visions because of 2 elements that are common in Dark Visions and podcast and stuff like that. And another con, which is pretty big, no killers at all. 0 killers. So you're starting from ground zero in terms of killers, which is sometimes hard to do. You get 300% when you're starting out. those few like 50%, 100%, 150% really help out when units have those kind of passes. That really helps out. So as I mentioned before, his rotations are down there. I've used them a whole lot, so this is definitely his rotation. Unlike before where I have to guess his rotation maybe or something, I've used him a lot. I know this is his rotation. This one was very easy though, to be fair. This was a very easy rotation. So overall, what do I grant Garland? 7.5 out of 10. Above average. He's very good for a trial setting, although he's not the best in terms of mod wise, but in terms of passive wise, he's great. And for Dark Visions, that really saves him from getting a lower score. He's really good for Dark Visions for sure. But as good as he is and everything, and how nice all of his stuff is, you're not really here for Garland, and nor is anyone. As nice as he is, everybody's here for one other person. We're going to be getting into that right now. So here we are, the unit of contention here, the gateway and the crossroads, you might say, to Vision. And to that I say, you basically, I've said this many times before, maybe if you haven't seen my videos before, I basically have said he's as strong as a Vision unit. He's basically a prototype of a Vision unit, so to speak. Obviously he doesn't have Brave Shift, but you know what I mean by prototype. Like, he's so strong. So strong. He'll be the strongest mage today. He's way stronger than Bahamut Darkfina. He's way stronger than Pinello. He's way stronger than anyone else up to this point, and he'll still compete with other mages like I've written down there. Even right now, people are still using him Kuja to clear trials with. You don't need Vision units yet. So yeah, he's way stronger than he should be, and that's for a good thing for you. If you're going to go for him, that's a good value for you. He's very mod heavy, and like I said, he competes with all new Vision mages like Soul and Darkfina and all those other ones. Even as a 7-star, he competes well with them. And he's Fire and Light mage, of course, when you look at his STMR, which is quite good as well. You can see that. He has Demon Reaper Killer. Reaper not so good, but Demon very good. That is definitely very good. 150% True to Wield in the 6x cap. Two really good things to combine together. On the global side, we can actually achieve this by getting 200% easily by using, well, not easily, I guess, if you have it. AI Katie's STMR. I don't think he can equip whips naturally. If he does, I can't remember if he does or not. I don't know if he can. If he does, then that's fine, because you can use Priestess STMR that we just got recently, or you can just use AI Katie's STMR. Actually, I want to check that. I know you can equip whips naturally, so AI Katie's STMR would be very good if you have it, of course. I know not everybody has it. I shouldn't assume everybody has it. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to assume. But if you do have it, it'd be really good. And then you can have 200% true to 6x cap, of course. And he has a light support kit. He has some elemental resistance here and there for light and fire. And he has some MP restoration. That. Dark Vision's really great. Dark Vision, so single target, of course. And he hits really hard. He can backload with his main move, which down below, at least the holy moves are roughly translated, like a limit overture. I don't know if that's actually what it's going to be called. Soul Splitter, of course, we know because I looked at the preview, and I know Warfare is what they call it, the fire move, but I don't know what the light one is called, which is translated basically to Holy Raid. I don't know if that's actually what it's going to be called. And other moves, of course, are the ones that are also roughly translated. So, Flare and Holy Symphony, Flare Symphony and Holy Symphony are basically his unlock moves once you use Warfare and Holy Raid. So that's how that's coming into being. And his STMR is very good, and it's actually really great, but you don't need it. I know some people have said, oh, you need his STMR to be good. No. His TMR is pretty good on his own, so you don't need his STMR. Now, again, I mentioned there are cons. All units, even Kuja has some cons. He has a reliant on LB crystals, and if he dies, well, after you use the cooldown move, which is Limit Overture, which gives him Empress crystals for the next few turns. If he dies before then, now you're in a pickle, because now you can't use Warfare or Holy Raid without support. So he's really reliant on those Empress crystals that keep churning out that damage to be be the best damage dealer you can be, right? And his Olympus is bad. Don't waste his Olympus on actual trial. Like if you're doing story or something, fine. That's not even a big deal. Of course, it's never a big deal. But in terms of trials, don't ever use this Olympus as non-elemental. And sure, it looks promising, but no, non-elemental, not a big deal. Don't do it. Because if it was elemental, if it was light or fire, that would have been pretty good because he gets 200% Olympus damage at the beginning of the turn, which is quite nice. Or the beginning of the battle, that is. He has a passive that gives him 200% Olympus damage at the beginning, but it's worthless because you'd rather use it on his Warfare or Holy Raid move. So there's that. So overall, Kuja, very good mage, very good value. The long haul, if you want a mage that's gonna last you a very long time, I think now is the time to go for him. And what is my rating? 8.5 out of 10. Very good mage. He gets a lower score only because you might have a hard time filling that 50% true to wield. Now, of course, Malphase's STMR also, kind of forgot about that until just now. Malphase's STMR would actually be very good for this. So maybe if you have Malphase's STMR, I think that's going to go up to a 9. Actually, she's a little old at this point. You may have a few of her. Some people have said that they've had her STMR for a while. So if you have her STMR, that's up to a 9 out of 10. Because he's just really strong, and he's Kuja. I mean, come on, who doesn't love Kuja? Clearly all you guys do, because I got a lot of views on that news video. I'm just saying. So that's about it for the review. Hopefully this helped you out deciding if you're gonna go for them or not. I of course would recommend at least maybe tickets, or maybe if you go for dailies. But I wouldn't waste Libus on dailies until Neovision era. I actually have been doing dailies in the Neovision era because there is a possibility of getting Neovision units from dailies. People on my Reddit people in my Discord, shout out to my Discord link down below, have gotten Neovision units from dailies from before, and it's easier to get rainbows from dailies now too in the Neovision era. So don't do dailies until that era comes, I would say. Just as a general reminder. Anyways, guys, hope this video helped you out. Like I said, please give a like if you liked it. Please give a dislike if you disliked it. Let me know down below what you're going to be doing on Thursday, and make sure to tune into my Twitch channel. It's linked down below. If you want to watch me pull salty Kuja pulls live, and I'll see you guys in the next one.